Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Azaga here, bringing you to another update for Conqueror's Blade, published by Purus Interactive. We are obviously in the new year, and I am reading this just 5 hours after the new year hit. We will be getting an update on January the 2nd, however, so not today. Well, it is Wednesday, so they released this a little bit early. So we've got the update log for January 2nd. Um, APAC is going to get their regular time at 1400 hours, 1700 hours, UTC plus 8. Of course, the EU and AMS is the same time, but 7 at 700 hours to 1000 hours, UTC plus 1. Maintenance expected to be 3 hours. We're going to get 8,000 bronze coins, 300 honor, and 15 unit medals compensation. We have some events. So we obviously have the attire chest rotation, the Stormclaw attire chest, and the Akuma Claws attire chest. So that's the Dual Blade legendary and the Dodachi legendary skins. Well, I mean, it says it right there, sorry. So the Stormclaw legendary Dual Blade attire and the Dodachi attire Akuma's Claw return for a limited time. Blah, 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 blah. It goes from the 2nd of January to the 16th of January, so you have 2 weeks. Obviously, these comes in rotations, so take that as you will. This is painful. I am at my wit's end. I'm playing Spear and Shield right now. We're in the tier 4. I'm not really that experienced in the tier 5 category. It's not exactly weak. It's not exactly underperforming. It is definitely one of the more scarier classes to use. It's not exactly easy to fight. There's a lot of things you need to keep in mind. And again, that block is serious hassle. Like, you simply have to just eat it and you can't respond. There is a little bit of shenanigans happening because Shield and Spear move so far in their skills. You can kind of finagle the skills in such a way where if you're right up against someone, I can actually um, turn. Well, I mean, I'm not facing them directly, but I can face away from them in such a way where I kind of swing right around and I'll hit them in the back. It's not easy. I mean, I say it's not easy. It's probably really easy. It's just that I'm really bad at it. I have been doing it because it's hilarious, um, and definitely kind of irritating because I miss a lot. So sometimes just sometimes I just want to just aim at a person and just hit them reliably sometimes. But anyway, shield and spear adjustments. We have Ares Cleave, remove stiffness and knockdown effects when the skill is active. I still don't understand who's doing these localizations. It is really trash, and consistency is utter garbage. It should really say removes days and um, removes days and remove days, knockback, knockdown, uh, knockback, and knockdown. So Asia's Retribution, the first action of this skill gains additional movement distance when activated. I think they get like an extra meter or something. So um, this can roll catch now, which is actually quite terrifying. I think their second hit's a little bit more. I think their second hit's more of the issue, but honestly, I this makes their entire kit almost undodgeable. Like trying to dodge shield and spear once they're already on top of you, you need to basically be able to dodge at least twice before they can attack once. If you can only dodge every time they attack, they will stick right on you. And I say they, I mean like I've been doing it. I mean, it's really funny. I like um it's really funny because I can use Ares Cleave to stay right on top of a pike. And if he gets away, I just throw the spear at him. Spartan Kick. The skill startup time is reduced by 50%. Enemies killed by this skill will also inflict damage and control effects on nearby enemies along the way. After entering block mode, using the right mouse button, the hero will no longer be immediately guard broken by cavalry charge attacks. The normal attack following a sidestep has been adjusted to trigger the third stage of the normal attack instead of the fourth. Skill value: damage dealt by Heracles' throw and Heracles' mounted throw to distant enemies units is increased. Basically, they had a range damage reduction of about 20% when you're throwing over like 60 meters. That is reduced down to 10. So you can be throwing like 100 meters and you'll only lose like 10%. I think this is really bad because range harassment is very scary when it's consistently high. You never want range harassment to be consistently high, especially the further away something is. Make it deal more damage at close range, don't make it deal more damage at far ranges. But anyway, we also have musket adjustment. Fix an issue where the reloading recovery animation would cause jittering. Fix an issue where the hero was unable to quickly switch to deploy artillery after reloading animation. Yes, that is always just one of the most irritating thing about the musket. I've experienced this myself. Trying to do anything, you can't do anything while you're reloading. I cannot even interact with the controls, the gate controls when you're reloading. So um, I think that's still probably going to be an issue, or maybe it's not an issue. I can't remember. But there are some things when I played Musket last season, there were some things that I was just like, oh, this is really irritating. I wonder why no one's reported this. Or maybe people have reported this and they just haven't fixed it yet. Lyconic Javelin adjustment increased the damage of the pursuit agent of the Olympian volley skill, adjusted the effect of the Doctrine's Lyconic Javelin Crusher to Javelin's throw, now increase block breaking effect against buckler infantry by 50%. Uh, I believe it means both javelin throws. Again, I didn't test the doctrine properly, and I couldn't because I didn't have a friend this time. But sure, make them good against buckler infantry. It's not going to make too much of a difference in the long run. It's still going to hurt. You're going like if you get a solid throw straight into a buckler unit such as paladins, there's what 28 of them. In the best throw you could do would probably kill 14. Half. You could kill half in the best throw. Not great, but that's still significant, I would say. Bug fix and optimization. When units have suffered losses, the main interface will now display the unit resupply page. allowing heroes to quickly resupply their units, and fixed an issue where clicking the character level on the right side of the Path of War interface caused an abnormal redirect. Fix an issue where the shield and spear hero could use the Heracles mounted throw skill without unlocking it. Damn it! Fix an issue where the shield and spear heroes skills Heracles throw and Heracles mounted throw could penetrate city gates. Oh, that's an interesting one. Um, Actually, I think that might be a doctrine thing. I can actually throw through artillery, and it doesn't have a termination. It doesn't have a termination. So if it hits a target, it will keep going until it hits a second target, which is interesting because most or not, sorry, it's different for crossbows, who if they hit a target, it will terminate at a certain distance. So they have to hit consecutive units really packed together. So yeah, they have to hit units really packed together. So crossbows have it really bad in terms of like penetrating, but yeah, every like artillery particularly and um the spear throw like don't terminate at certain distances. I could I accidentally I say accidentally um I accidentally threw at a hero and uh KS someone like 30 meters behind the target that I was throwing at. And I thought that was really funny. I thought that was really funny. But anyway, that is all for the update log. Again, my opinions on the shield and spear is kind of in the ballparks of terrifying. Like the Spartan kick in particular didn't need this buff. Didn't need the skill startup time reduced by 50%. That is and will be a big problem with the class. It is I don't know how to like put this into words until you experience it. The startup time for the Spartan kick is basically a non-factor because nearly every single ultimate in the game has this kind of startup limitation. The Spartan kick hits really hard, and the CC is ridiculous. So take this as you will. Do not fight a shield and spear hero 1v1 because you can't. The only way you can beat them is that if you have a choke, something that supersedes block. Otherwise, like you have that Spartan kick's going to kill you. I have seriously been in situations where someone has Spartan kicked me through a spear, use Ares cleave, Spartan kicked me again, and threw a spear, and I was dead. Though I am also using shield and spear, so take that as you will. Maybe a heavy won't die, but I'm 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 scared. I'm scared that they're not listening to well, maybe they are listening to players. Like, do people feel like the shield and spear hero is weak? Because I might be I might be the minority here where I feel like spear and shield hero is I mean the shield and spear hero is just it just keeps going up and up and up. Their last buff sent them to the moon. Surprisingly, like just very small things sent them to the moon. They got so much better in the last buff. This buffs. This buff like if the last one to the moon, this one's going to Mars. But anyway, take that as you will. Hope you guys enjoy your Happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys next week. Other than that, my name's Kai. Have a nice day. Bye for now.